A haul of 28 luxury cars stolen to order have been recovered by police at Southampton docks in what authorities say is one of the biggest recoveries of its kind. The vehicles were tracked to Uganda in Africa, and police have been working with Interpol and the Ugandan authorities to have them returned. Let's join our Home Affairs correspondent Emma Vardy. She's in Southampton tonight. Emma.
Sally, hundreds of thousands of cars are brought in and out of Southampton docks every year, and police say stolen vehicles being shipped out for sale in Africa is a major problem for the UK. Well, today, after an international operation, some £750,000 worth of stolen vehicles have been recovered here, all in one go. Finally arriving back on UK soil, this stolen car provided the clue which first got police on the trail. A company which looks after fleet vehicles had installed trackers in cars given to customers. In May last year, the tracker in this car alerted the company it had been taken somewhere it shouldn't.
The car was telling us it was in a container in Le Havre, in the harbour in France. So that raised a lot of suspicion from my point of view and from the company's point of view. We tried to contact the client to make sure he wasn't on a cruise over there or going to France recreationally, and he wasn't. He hasn't spoken to us since.
They continued tracking the car and found it was taken from Le Havre over to Oman in the Middle East. From there it was moved to Mombasa in Kenya, and finally over the border into Uganda. Police travelled to Uganda to catch up with the stolen car. Once there, at a compound in the capital, they found not only that car, but many more. These stolen 28 British vehicles, mostly Range Rovers and Audis, which had all had their details changed and were ready to be sold on to Ugandan buyers. How easy was it for the thieves to ship these cars out there?
To ship the vehicles out there, unfortunately, it's very easy for the criminal groups. The rigour in the process of export is very little. You don't have to have much details, any identification, things like that, to export people's cars.
Over the past 4 years, the National Vehicle Crime Intelligence Service says it seized some £7 million worth of stolen cars being exported out of Southampton alone. Now these cars are back from Uganda. The next job is to try to reunite some of them with their British owners. Well, this container port, authorities know all too well, is a route that criminals can exploit. And that's because it's impossible to check every container that comes in and out of Southampton docks. So today's recovery is a success, but Sally, there have been no arrests in this case because the people behind it, authorities say, are so-called ghosts. They are impossible to trace.
Emma, thank you.